At the Salt Lake Tribune, we take our jobs very seriously.
Is it too late to back out?
Yes! So when we heard Lagoon had an upcoming anniversary, we knew we had to get you an inside look.
Guys, why do we spend the first... What happened? Did you know Lagoon is turning 140 this year?
Yes, that's right. Lagoon first opened on July 15, 1886. Back then, it was a resort along the Great Salt Lake. But obviously, it's changed a lot in its 140 years. It's moved locations, closed its doors for a bit during World War II, and a fire burned through most of the park in 1953.
We're here at Lagoon for the 140th anniversary. We're going to show you around the park, what's new, what's old, and what makes Lagoon, Lagoon.
We spent the day with part of the team from Lagoon, visiting different rides and learning more about the history of the park. This is Julie Freed, Lagoon's Director of Special Events and a third-generation member of the family that owns and operates the park.
I think Lagoon is so special because of the people that work here. The team that we have is incredible. We all talk about the Lagoon family here. It's not the Freed family, it is our family. So you talk to Jimmy, he's been here since he was 14 years old. It's so common to have people that have worked here 30, 40, 50 years, and everyone brings something different.
She's talking about Jimmy Sunlight, Lagoon's Director of Operations, whose entire life track was decided on a single coaster.
When I was 15 years old, I've never touched a roller coaster before or ridden on a roller coaster before. And so one of the things that you had to do for your job duties is that you had to do the test ride, right? And so we're clocked in, we're ready to go, and they're like, you're gonna go and ride the Jetstar. Ride the Jetstar, I've never ridden it before. Is it scary? What is, I mean, I was almost like about to cry, right? But then when I got on the first time, I came down and I'm like, that was the best experience ever. And everyone should experience a roller coaster.
Jimmy moved up to become the park's Director of Operations and is now overseeing all 54 rides. Pretty recently, he had to say goodbye to the Jetstar 2, the steel coaster that really got him hooked in the first place. Lagoon just retired it to make way for a new ride.
The first ride, and I took the last ride of it last year too. So it's full circle.
To understand why a 140-year-old park in Utah still attracts crowds every summer, you have to look at its roots. Long before it was a modern amusement park, it was a 19th century destination built on transit. 1886, Lake Park Bathing Resort opens, established on the shores of the Great Salt Lake by the Bamberger family, accessible via their electric railroad. Adam Leishman, the park's creative director.
We were originally a trolley park like many other parks across America. We've really dedicated a lot of time and effort into maintaining a lot of historic and older rides to kind of keep the traditional American amusement park vibe. You know, we're a traditional American amusement park with Midway games, with Midway food. And I think that kind of slice of, you know, American history is one of the reasons why we stayed relevant.
Originally called Lake Park Bathing Resort, it was owned by the Bamberger family, who also owned the electric railway. Back then, a 25-cent train ticket got you all the way to the resort with admission included. The park moved away from the Great Salt Lake to its current home in 1896, the move to Farmington. The resort relocates inland to its current Davis County location, officially renaming itself Lagoon. 1946. After closing during the war, the Freed family, led by Peter Freed, leases and reopens the park. Decades of growth followed until a single night in 1953 nearly erased all of it.
The park closed during World War II, and my grandfather, Peter Freed, he and his brothers, after serving in the war, came back, decided to reopen Lagoon. They leased the park, and then we had the fire, 1953, which burned down most of the park, and the roller coaster, most of the roller coaster burned down. The only reason our carousel didn't burn down is because firefighters stood with their hoses on that carousel all night long to make sure it stayed intact. And in fact, you can still see there's some burn marks on the ceiling in there.
The Freed family decided to rebuild the park, taking it 1 year and one ride at a time. This promise kicked off the new Lagoon era, starting a tradition of adding something new to the park every season. But rebuilding didn't just mean adding mechanical rides. In the decades after, Lagoon leaned into building culture through music and something referred to as its concert era.
This is, or what was, Patio Gardens. Patio Gardens was rebuilt in 1954 after the big fire of 53. And this is where all of the bands that, if you don't know, you should know, used to play here.
We had a fabulous concert era, 50s and 60s, everybody from the Rolling Stones, the Doors, Janis Joplin, Jimi Hendrix,
Beatles, the Beach Boys, Ella Fitzgerald, Nat King Cole, Stan Kenton. I mean, everybody played here.
Today, the concert venue is actually Game Time Arcade. But Adam Leishman, the park's creative director, showed us that if you know where to look, you can still see the physical traces of the legends who performed there.
In the ceiling, there are these star shapes. Those were the original light fixtures for Patio Gardens. But on the north wall, you will see a curved portion kind of on the ceiling. That was the proscenium wall for the actual stage.
For historic rides like the 1921 roller coaster and the over a century-old carousel, the park crews usually have to get creative. Sometimes they have to reverse engineer and custom make parts since the original manufacturers have been out of business for ages. And when Lagoon does build something new, they usually build it custom.
We don't buy any ride, or we don't even construct any ride unless it's a custom ride until we ride it first. So myself and our director of engineering, we went out to the southern parts of the United States and we went road rides like the Nutcracker ride. And then we decided this is the one, this is the home run.
Thus, building projects like Cannibal in 2015 and the 2023 release of Primordial, a 3D dark ride featuring 5,000 square feet of interactive screens.
Primordial is very unique, so it's 3D, you have glasses, you're interacting with the screen, and it's really fun to see the kids interact, you know? I mean, we always knew we wanted to do a dark ride of sorts, but we wanted it to be unique, we wanted it to be different. So that is all state-of-the-art equipment in there. The storyline is completely original. So we're using blasters, and the whole point is to free the good guys instead of get the bad guys. So we wanted to make it more family-friendly.
And it seems like keeping a park alive for over a century also means being open to change. Last year, Lagoon quietly shut down its long-standing zoo after facing years of backlash from animal rights groups. With the cages empty and the animals relocated, the park is already transitioning the space for something new, aiming for a grand opening next summer. Moving forward also means dealing with today's economy. Back in the day, Lagoon let people in for free and only charged a couple of bucks per ride. Over the years, they switched to a flat entry fee. Now, a single-day adult ticket costs $89.95, which is a huge jump from the $11.95 ticket back in 1984. But the management says they're doing their best to keep things affordable for families. Even with changing prices and some rides being retired, over 1 million people still flock to Lagoon every year. For a lot of folks in Utah, including my coworker Abigail Landwehr and me, there are a lot of memories attached. It's a place where someone who started running rides at 15 can find a 37-year career, and where families can look back on their history through a kid's ride.
For me, for my family, for my friends, it's traditional. You know, we've been coming here for generations, you know. There's photos of me riding the baby boats. There's photos of my kids riding the baby boats. And then, you know, hopefully in the long run, there will be photos of my grandkids riding the baby boats too. So we have something truly special here for the Utah demographic.
Check out SL3.com for more.